I'm all right here.
Duffy got the bag, Duffy cuffing cash, Duffy slip on swag, hey, Duffy hold the groovy juice. 44 to the NO, Duffy holding truth. Duffy got the bag, Duffy cupping cash, Duffy sleep on swag, hey, Duffy hold the groovy juice. 44 to the NO, Duffy holding truth. Sign on these toes, I ain't never did the back and forth. You was never concerned, confused on what you asking for. When I was 18, my mama kitchen was the package store, rolling past Morgan for the Miller.
We just gonna let that ride.
With the P's, so we send me the nines. Ask Nelly, that's my sis. She see me get it with grind, charisma, magnetic. Turn this bitch into mine, and if he really got a problem, he can tell me it's fine. My homies don't relax, we so ready for crime. Duffy move spiritual, Duffy yeah. My flow so organic, got it violent, slide ease, fucking with the tribe. You can look me in my eyes, ain't no flaw in my design, in my presence.
Y'all already know the vibes, man. Y'all already know the vibes, man. This the Unpop Opinion Podcast. We just gonna let that play in the background real quick. I'm your host, Grand Hefe, Dano the Don, Nova Freeman. What's going on with y'all boys, man?
Yeah, son, you know what it is.
How y'all living, man?
Living the dream, baby.
Living the dream. I hear that, man. Hey, man, we got a good show for y'all. A really, really good show for y'all today. New time. We're gonna be on Tuesday for you guys. Tuesday won't be live at all. But we will continue to be live on Friday nights and Sunday nights. Y'all already know what time it is. Y'all already know the vibes of the Unpop Opinion Podcast. But we added a second day in there, a third day I meant, and we're gonna be on Tuesday now. So y'all go ahead and share some love, man. We're gonna try to call this Storytime Tuesday, but it probably really won't be story time because there's stuff happening all over. Too much stuff happening. All the time, man. Yeah. So I mean, I doubt we'll probably be able to get to them story times because we always got stuff to talk about. But DMX, Swiss Beats announced about 30 minutes ago. 30 minutes ago on his Instagram, something like that. Don't quote me. That DMX and Snoop Dogg will be having a versus meeting on the 22nd. 22nd is a special day because that's my birthday. You know what I'm saying? The kid almost about to be 30. I'm creeping up. I'm right there.
Getting up there.
I'll be 29. But they're gonna have a versus meeting on the 22nd. And I'm gonna ask you, Nova, since you brung it up at first. Who you think gonna win? Snoop? You got Snoop or you got DMX?
Where my dog's at? Real talk though. Oh God. Like real talk, bro. Like can't compete with that man. The energy is unmatched. You know what I'm saying? Now don't get me wrong, my boy Snoop Dogg got some classes and he got some heat in the trunk that niggas can't forget about. But when we talking about bangers, that's like, yo, he gave us like 2-3 straight albums, like no skip. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, it's kind of like, it's like, but it's gonna be very like that's gonna be must see TV. I can't wait.
I agree. Dano, what you got for me, bro? I know you finna say Snoop Dogg because I just know you. Who you got?
Yeah. I honestly would say DMX is going to bring more hits to the table. But I think what's going to end up happening is because realistically, the people who are going to be judging this is a younger generation. So they're going to think Snoop Dogg.
Everybody judging this.
But what I'm saying is I think the majority of people are going to say it's Snoop Dogg. But people who really know music and know history, they're going to ride with DMX. That's what I personally think. And the problem with DMX is he's not as in the rap game anymore as Snoop Dogg is, so people don't respect who DMX really is. And Snoop Dogg just stayed relevant enough to, I guess, entertain even young people. So I'm gonna say personally, I'm gonna give the win even before it starts to DMX. But I think society is gonna give it to Snoop Dogg.
I'm I'm with you. I think Snoop can make this interesting though. I mean, let's not get it confused. Snoop got hits, and Snoop has made plenty of hits. But I just think DMX and maybe I'm from down south, and although DMX is from the north, and but that's kind of what we listen to. And I wouldn't necessarily say I can relate to DMX music, but I fit more in that category because through my childhood, that's all we was really listening to. You know what I'm saying? He was really the one of the first ones that come out riding bikes and all of that other stuff. He was already doing that stuff. So for me, I think DMX on a music level though, to take it there, I think DMX, the hits as you said earlier, the back to back hits. I think that's gonna should DMX win, but to Daniel's point, Snoop is more relevant in the rap game today, and people really only care about what have you done for me lately. And I think that I think that could be an issue.
But overall, DMX is going to bring obviously better hits that have more significance to our whole community. Because we even think about back then, he used to always at least release one song about God on his shit. Like he was that's a real man right there. Rough Rider is
exactly. That name was escaping me earlier, so I'm glad you said that. I was trying to think of it, and I wanted to say New Era, but it wasn't New Era. It was Rough Rider, so I'm glad I didn't say that. But yeah, I think DMX is for sure gonna bring the energy. It's kind of almost to me like when they put Scott Storch up against Manny Fresh, and it was like you're already at a disadvantage, Manny, because Scott Storch done produced some of the greatest hits from cross rap. We're talking about rap, R&B. We're talking everything,
We're talking Manny though. Like Manny he was solely responsible for Wayne's career.
Yeah. Manny, but I thought in that verses, bro, I thought Manny just played the wrong songs. It's like, bro, like you ain't playing none of your hits. You playing New Orleans shit. It's like,
I mean, script. It's very scripted. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, that's why Jada went viral the way he did, because he said, fuck that.
Yeah, I agree, though. I agree. We got another dude that talking about fuck that, bro. I don't know if any one of y'all watch, or any one of y'all girls watch Empire. I don't watch it. I know the people in it. I know the people that's in the show. But Breshard Gray, his wife flagged down some car because she was getting beat. She said he was beating on her. He kept beating her, and she finally got some help. And now he is in jail on domestic violence charge. This happened on Sunday night, the 12th. So they say approximately around like 10:15, the Goodyear police came out there. The woman said that she was getting beat. She had non-life-threatening injuries. But what's up with all these celebrities, man, beating up on their wife? I'm gonna kick it to you first, Nova. What's up with all these people beating their wife? What's up, man? Like, come on, bro.
Wait. First of all, I'm sorry. Wait, let me clarify. So, which actor was this again?
Breshard Gary. He's the one that plays. He's Lucius' son, the younger one. I guess the one that popped off. My bad. I forgot to put that in the. I was expecting everybody to know his name. Huh? Yeah, Hakeem. Him. Yes. So yeah.
Did you see the picture of him, bro? Did you see the picture of this man, bro? He looked like he'd been beating on his wife, bro. That picture is horrible too.
Oh,
look at this nigga.
What? Oh my goodness!
Courtesy of the Shade Room. Make sure we go ahead and get those out. Courtesy of the Shade Room. Though that is not my information. Shade Room. But yeah.
All right, so I mean, initial.
So apparently, he beat her at the house. He ran after he was beating her. She finally flagged down a car. He was taken to jail. She was taken to the hospital. She got treated. She's good, and they're gonna try to do some advocating for her. But and this is my thing. I'm gonna answer the first question. Why you think these guys do this? And then another question is, why do you think these women continue to go back? Like what? Because I'm sure she's not broke. Like she's not broke. She may just be the girlfriend or she's the wife, but I don't believe she's broke that they can't get away. So why you think that?
All right. So to answer the first part of your question,
Uh-huh.
logically thinking, what I'm gonna say is he's a young actor, and I feel like for him, it's really at this point because his first show went so big, and it may be going syndicate after it's all said and done. Um, I believe like it got to his head. You know what I'm saying? And it not only got to his head, but I feel like these young actors they really embody this role, and he feels as if he's Hakeem most of the time. You know what I'm saying? And I feel like
See, I never watched the show either, so I don't know how he. I
so
don't know really.
well, Lucius Lyon, which is played by
Yeah. Uh-huh. Light skinned dude. Gotcha.
my boy, I can't believe Terrence Howard.
Yeah, Terrence Howard.
So he like he
And I
played
know Taraji is in there, and the other dude, Jesse Smollett.
right. So
Uh-huh.
he plays as this big time music uh uh musician. You know
Uh-huh.
what I'm saying? And he over time, 20 years later, 17 years later, he has the biggest record label in the business, right? So if you can imagine he's like Jay-Z, right? So I wouldn't Jay-Z is kind of a bad comparison because I don't know, but um Lucius basically he he's not the nicest guy, right? And
Uh-huh.
throughout the show it's like what we 6 7 seasons in, I think, something like that. He's becoming this person who's realized he hasn't made the best decisions over his life, and he passed down some of the worst traits to his kids.
Uh-huh.
So Hakeem is like the last one born, the like, the heir to the throne. He's the musician. He got all the hot songs out there, and he's of course a womanizer. Like he's the one that had the kid, and you know all the whole nine. You know what I'm saying? So I really
Uh-huh.
feel as if like he's stuck in this role in his life. Now to answer the second part of your question, on the female side of it, like women like honestly, like they like want to stay for money. Like you can't say that's not an option.
Because that's where I was getting at. And that's really I don't like that's what I was thinking. It's money, but it's like you can go get that because once you're in the industry,
And,
everybody get passed around.
and two, like young luck. You can't forget how old these kids are. Like
They really are young.
you know what I'm saying? So they really believe they're in love, and like I'm telling you, it's always the ones who are in like 7 year relationships who are the women getting beat. Like you know what I'm saying? Like
Yeah. And
so,
and
like they trust that man at that point. Like like anything he says, he probably gonna believe it. You know what I'm saying? Like
that's true too. We already know how low is on that. Dano, what you think, man? Why you feel why? Because I know we all got daughters on this set here. Why you? Because I always say I pray my daughter is never this stupid as I see some of these women are. It's like, man, because I see this stuff and it's like, damn, like nobody taught you that's goofy as hell. Like nobody taught you that. Like you've never seen it. Like nobody's ever corrected you on none of this. So as someone with a daughter, why do you think, or would you even want your daughter back in a situation like that? I think I already know the answer, but
Nah, yeah, I obviously wouldn't want her in that situation again. And what I think is leading to this is a lot of what Nove said. Like people are embodying the roles that they're playing, and they're not able to separate that role from themselves. So then they get into it, and then they kind of get out of touch with reality because even in Hollywood, they get away with a lot of shit. So in a sense, they start to feel untouchable, and like life is just a movie. And then when they start to get the interactions and they really go to jail and shit, I think reality kicks in. But I don't know. It's a real deep thing going on, and I don't think it's gonna stop because, like you said, it's a young people, so it's only gonna continue for their business livelihood lifetime. I don't know what to call that, but for the amount of time that they're there, it's gonna continue, and then they're gonna have victims who continue that cycle. So it's gonna be something in Hollywood that always happens. I personally believe. I believe there's so many problems in Hollywood that aren't gonna stop because there's not enough people trying to really change the problem. And money can be the root of all evil, like they always say. So shit, I don't know.
which
That's
is
all I gotta
which is
say.
which is really not actually, honestly not, which is really good segue to my next point, which was Tory Lanez and Meg Thee Stallion. Since we talking about young popping, celebrities that's at the top of their careers right now, and and they still going up. Tory Lanez just really got that deal on what YouTube, I believe it is, with Quarantine Radio that he started over quarantine. Obviously, Meg Thee Stallion, one of the most talked about females in the rap industry right now. So they at a party, they doing their thing, and supposedly they get into it, and Kylie calls police, and 12 come out there, or they actually go away, but then 12 come and they stop Tory Lanez. They find a gun in his car, and now he's in jail. Meg Thee Stallion, it's unclear whether or not she's in jail or not. If she is or she ain't, y'all let me know. I know y'all do that down in the comment section.
She recovering from injury. She apparently cut her foot.
Yes. She cut her foot. She went to the doctor, to the emergency room, to get her foot treated. I did read that. So what you make of this situation, Dano? Tory Lanez, Meg Thee Stallion, two of the most popping people right now. Almost not, I guess, in a domestic violence dispute. Another time, another young, bright superstar feel that they above the law, which they'll probably get off anyways. And the internet was going crazy because they said Tory Lanez was 5'3", 125 pounds. So the memes was out, boy. They was out, bro. I seen a meme where they had this dad, bro. He was dragging his little son. He picked him up by his jacket and he just walking him, bro. And then one like a short dude, he's like, Tory, they're like, Meg said, "Come on, Tory," and Tory read it like that. Run that shit.
Who was the one beating on? Tory Lanez was beating on somebody?
I'm guessing they got in an argument or something, bro. They was lit. They was drunk. They was at Kylie Jenner. Because Meg Thee Stallion went live at Kylie Jenner's house, and her and Kylie Jenner was all in the pool. Then you see Tory come up, and they do their thing. I believe they was already together. We seen Tory and Meg together before. I don't like to start no rumors, so I'm just gonna say allegedly. Now y'all take that how y'all want to take it. But yeah, Tory was taken to jail. Meg, from my understanding, was not. She was just taken to the hospital.
He had the man syndrome, and he was fighting on the girl basically.
I don't know, because Meg big too now. They don't call her a stallion for no reason. Tell you that.
But that's what I'm saying. That's always gonna happen. I feel like anytime there's a little dude with a stocky woman is gonna fight because he has to reassure his dominance over her. And Tory Lanez already losing his hair and shit, so that nigga going through some things, bro.
Oh God, bro. Hey, my boy trying to eat. I seen in that.
You see that thing on top, bro? He got it spread out, and there ain't no hair in the middle right here. There's a whole patch in the middle.
Hey, get up, my man, Tory, dog. My boy, my boy got his shit. His shit about that long though. About that long right there. Get up, my dog.
But he can make some music though. He can make some music.
He can. Hey, no. Do you think that Tory Lanez and Meg Thee Stallion got something going on? Just on the surface, they may not be boyfriend and girlfriend. But you think,
I think they got something short going on. I think they got something short going on right now. Just
what I will say is, for some reason, tall women love short men. Like, I don't know it. I don't. Like, 5'3" is kind of short.
5'3", bro, and it was like 135, bro.
And he can't walk, like, so I don't even know what she's seeing the man, but I ain't gonna hate. Like, he popping right now.
She see them dollars, bro. That's what it is. She see them dollars because that's what it is.
The problem is, bro, he's 5'3", so everybody can see his hair shit that's going on. Nigga, he's on levels of fucked up right now, bro.
Hey, you heard him in that song. My boy say, "Don't touch two things. My money is my hair. Don't touch it. Don't touch it."
No one can see that shit. Even little kids can see, bro. That's fucked up.
Real talk though. How she let him hit that shit? If she,
because I know he hitting it, bro. They've been out.
Bro.
They've been out too long, bro.
Just trying to make that shit weird, nigga.
He's 5'3", Megan, what, 5'10"? I hear they say, right?
Yeah. If she on some heels, she's 6'3".
Yeah, she's 6'3". On God, she taller than me. She put them heels on. I'm only 6'1.5". She put them heels on. I'm done for.
Like,
I'm done for.
Yo,
I don't understand that.
That's a wild goal.
5'3". But let's hop over to some sports. And you already know what I'm gonna do. What'd you say?
That's a high climb for that little man, bro. But hey,
my boy say he be climbing that tree though.
Climbing that tree. Talk about it though. Best believe Tory Song's going to make a song about it.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. He gonna make a song about it. Because that's the only way to capitalize off of basically taking a loss. Right. To take that loss, you got to go ahead and make some. You got to make a song. You know what I'm saying? You got to recoup that, and you know my man finna come out with a song. Cam
life's
Newton,
too short not to.
Man, boy, stop interrupting me, man. I'm trying to switch over. Every time I say something, he say something. For the sports news of the day, though, Cam Newton, Odell Beckham, Victor Cruz, Todd Gurley, and I think it was one more dude there. I forgot who it was.
OBJ.
Yeah, they were just having like a little round table discussions amongst themselves, and they had some interesting things to say. I know Cam talked about when he was in the room with them. They were saying, well, you know whose shoes you're feeling. He he said, I know who y'all had, and he's great and everything, but y'all ain't never seen this before. And he said, he told Coach McDaniels, like, hey, you're gonna be able to call some stuff that you've never been able to call. Which is why I think this relationship is going to work really, really well between Josh McDaniels and Cam Newton. Josh McDaniels loves the short passing game, and he loves safe things. Now he got Cam Newton who can run it an extra 10 times to kind of take that off the running backs. I think this is going to be good. What you think, Nova? I'm going to kick it to you next, Dano.
Go Pat. Telling you, boy, watch out for them. Watch out for them. I mean, I'm just looking at it from like this. In between the tackles, they could do so much. Like you know what I'm saying? It's like now you don't need such a forceful running game because defense is already scared.
Mm-hmm. Especially what Cam can do.
Now those look like you said, those little flares. Those little dump passes to the running back, right behind the linebackers. You know what I'm saying? It's over. It's over because it's like
and that worked well for Cam too.
Right. So and then on top of that, when you want to bring it to shotgun, you know what I'm saying? You can not only be a dual threat because it's always a threat that he can run from out the shotgun, but this man, like, you know what I'm saying, can really if it worked the way I see it, like if those linemen hold up for 4 seconds, maybe that's it, 4 seconds, it's over.
Yeah, it's over with him.
Arm.
I agree. I definitely agree. Dano, what you got?
Bro. I hate the Patriots, bro.
I know you do, but I hate the Cowboys. But that don't stop us from talking about them, right?
This is what I'm gonna say. This right here, they're gonna win a couple Super Bowls. I personally believe. Obviously not the Cowboys, bro.
Oh, I thought obviously not the Cowboys. I disagree with that statement. I don't think they will win.
I don't know, bro. That's a bro. I gotta give it to them because once you can open up the field that much, you're already scaring the defense. You're already breaking the team down right where it matters the most. If you can't stop the quarterback, you can't stop the pass. You can't. I would argue that maybe they could stop the run, but overall, that's scary.
Cam back there, 6'5", 230 some pounds, running that offense. It's tough to tackle Cam. Hey, listen, Cam ain't no little boy.
That's what
I'm saying, bro. And that's something the Patriots haven't had, that type of quarterback. What he's saying is correct. Think about that. That's like throwing Michael Vick back in the day on a different team when he was playing for the Falcons. He might have won something for real. Let's be real.
That's like putting Cordell Stewart back there.
Cordell was nice. He didn't get the respect that he deserved.
You feel me? That's what, because it's like, or I wouldn't even disrespect him, but I say a closer comparison is like a Donovan McNabb. Imagine if Donovan McNabb had motherfucking.
They should have won that Super Bowl though, with that they went to when they had T.O.
Yo, but imagine if motherfucking Bill was coaching them.
That's true too, because Andy Reid just now getting over the hump.
And that's what he said in the interview. Like, he was saying, like, yo, he realizes he has the best coach. Coaches.
Bill Belichick for sure is.
So I feel like he's going to New England with not only an open mind, but a willingness to learn. And that's the one that
he's humble now. Because he's humble.
You know?
Yeah, he's humble now. He's definitely humble because, you know, and he kind of talked about that. You know, he was like, but this team passed over me, and I'm talking to my agent, you know, and he's like, and I'm saying like, hey, have these people called yet? He's saying nah, like his agent's saying that this person hasn't called yet. So the fact that he feels disrespected, but he also knows that in the blink of an eye, this can all be gone just like that, because I was this close that every team passed up on me to get somebody else. Teams even passed up on me to go get rookie quarterbacks that really wasn't even that great in college, but they passed over him. So, you know, I think we're definitely going to get a different Cam. We're going to get a dog Cam, and you watch his videos that he be posting up. You know, you can see like Cam is not to be played with this year.
Yeah, once you're humbled, bro, that shit'll make you a monster, bro. That's what I'm saying, bro. I'm gonna give him a Super Bowl next year.
Nah, my Browns win the Super Bowl next year.
Chill.
Fuck the Browns. Fuck
Johnny. You cannot put the trust in Johnny. Never.
What?
Never.
Bro, I'm sorry.
Come on, bro. Y'all hating.
My Cowboys will win before the Browns, bro.
Huh?
OBJ, he would have dealt with the administration, or like, you know, the coaches and the staff of the Cleveland Browns, if he had a good quarterback.
Baker is coming though. Baker, he ain't there yet. I don't think Baker is this all-world quarterback, but I think with another year up under, you know, and we also got to think about this, right? Baker gets drafted. He's a rookie, right? He has Hugh Jackson as his coach. Then Tyrod Taylor gets hurt in the second game. He has to come in. He win a few games, right? Hugh Jackson is then fired. So then he has Greg Williams, an interim coach. At the end of the year, they get rid of Greg Williams. Insert last year, we get Freddie Kitchens, a guy who had only called plays for 6 months, never been a coordinator. They make him the head coach. Well, guess what? He gets fired. Now he got another coach. So I just think he's in a new system. I think they all get another year together. I think this team could be really good. I probably don't see Super Bowls right now, but I think we could be really good. I think we can change the narrative of what the Browns is and was.
My thing is you saying that, so you saying his ceiling can be equivalent, or if not better than Russell Wilson.
I think he can be equivalent to Russell Wilson. Let's not mistake this now. Russell Wilson wouldn't have never won a Super Bowl if it wasn't for that defense. If it wasn't for the lead, I'm telling you that he would not. Marshawn Lynch
entertain you even saying the Browns will win the championship because they got a good defense.
Who that? The who?
The Browns.
Well, yeah. Well, then, and we're coming. We added some veteran players. I just think Russell Wilson earlier in his career was overrated because when you got Richard Sherman, Earl Thomas, Cam Chancellor, KJ Wright, Brandon Meebang, the other end that they had. Then you got Marshawn Lynch that's leading the league in rushing, leading the league in touchdowns. It's really not that hard to just not mess it up if you're a good quarterback, which I think Russ was. I think he was a good quarterback, and he did enough to not mess it up. Insert the next Super Bowl when they wanted him to be the hero, and he throws an interception. I give him 35% of that blame, but what I will say is Russell Wilson is a playmaker. He is. I agree.
And
I agree.
And when I compare that to your boy Johnny, I'm not seeing the same comparison.
Nah, Johnny gone, but Bake gonna be all right.
I said Johnny.
Yeah, I know you're talking about Bake. Yeah, Bake gonna be all right.
I don't see Baker Mayfield making those same.
Hey, guess who I don't see? Guess who I don't see making that no more? Dak Prescott.
He's still trying to get his money. I feel bad for him, man.
Nah, hey, I'm with that though. Go get your money though.
Watch. Cowboys gonna surprise you, bro. They're gonna surprise you this year. These years, the thing. This is the way I look at it. Because the seasons are gonna be shorter and shit. Less time for the Cowboys to get hurt and shit. Hey, more chance maybe they could do something. Less time to fuck up. Maybe they get more time to do good.
Cowboys ain't gonna do shit.
Hey Dan,
we really fucking up ourselves.
I only entertain you because they got the best running back in the league, bro. That's it.
I think that's something we can agree on. I think people downplay Zeke. Like Zeke really ain't the man. Like he really ain't. Like he really ain't that dog.
There's too much weight on his back.
And I'm not going to downplay Todd Gurley either.
But hey, in Atlanta, that could help him, Matt Ryan, and Julio. I think that can rejuvenate. That Atlanta Falcon team. They still got Calvin Ridley.
That old line together.
Yeah. Now they did lose their tight end Austin Hooper. They lost him to the Browns. Appreciate y'all for that, Atlanta. Yeah. But I think Atlanta is going to make some noise in that NFC South, which a lot of people is looking down on them because you got Drew Brees and the Saints, and then you got Tom Brady coming over to the Bucks. I think Atlanta kind of get lost in that whole little shuffle, and I think all they got to do this year is surprise people by doing what they're supposed to do, playing their little third place schedule. And I think Atlanta could push some teams in the playoffs for sure.
And it's interesting.
Hey, I call this. In 4 years, the Cowboys gonna win the Super Bowl. In 4 years, bro. Remember, I said this. Remember, Dano said this. 4 years from now, the Cowboys gonna win again, bro. No. And then we're gonna win for 2 years in a row.
In 4 years from now, y'all won't have the same team.
I agree. I most definitely agree with that.
The first one to go gonna be Zeke. Like,
sadly, that's the truth. The best for everybody.
Hey, Cam also said, not Cam. Odell also said some interesting things in that interview as well, where he talked about when he broke his ankle, where he wanted to just give up and he was done with.
What do you feel about the Browns trading Odell?
Trading for Odell?
Yeah, or whatever they did for that nigga.
I like the move, but that's what I'm saying right now. And he talked about, wanting to quit. But
do you think it was a good decision for their team?
Say what?
Do you think it was a good decision for their team?
For what team? The Browns to get Odell?
Yeah.
Well, yeah. When you pair him up with Jarvis Landry, one of the top 15 receivers in the league, also his college teammate, who they always, around each other. They always talked about playing with each other. So of course, like that's a good move. Not to mention, Odell is one of the greatest receivers that ever play. I'm not saying he's the greatest. I'm saying he's one of the greatest. When you look at his production from his first year to his 6th year, I believe.
Has it been getting better or worse?
Huh?
Has his percentages been getting better or worse?
His image?
No, his percentages of like catches and everythking.
Well, last year wasn't his year, but he played hurt all year, which is in the offseason he had the surgery.
Yeah, he still caught 4,000 yards. Like,
yeah.
See, that's what I'm asking because I didn't watch. That's why I'm
really watching the Browns. Who is watching the Browns if you're not a Browns?
I know this nigga used to be him, but I just haven't been watching football. I'll be honest, I ain't been into it that much. Ever since my Cowboys started sucking, I ain't been into sports. So that tells you how long it's been, nigga. That tells you.
So what? Look, this is what I'm gonna say. This is what I'm gonna say on the subject. I feel like Odell is definitely gonna have a much better season.
For sure.
I feel like he had to go through this one, especially because it's like he was the man, and he was getting that praise, and he never like he said himself, he never lost. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And for two, it's like he needed, I feel like to be a winner, you need to know how to lose first. So like,
I feel that.
like you know what I'm saying? Like you need
that humbling shit. Whenever you get humbled,
like so you know how not to. So I feel like they're going to be a very good team this year, but I feel like they're not going to get over that hump because of Baker Mayfield. I really feel as soon as they get a solid quarterback, somebody like a Josh Allen, or like you know what I'm saying, like a tall.
Josh Allen is trash.
I'm just saying somebody that can get you the ball.
He missed guys a lot last year. Baker did. He missed a lot of guys. He missed Odell plenty of times. I agree, but I think that's just different because you never play with somebody like Odell. Like Odell is so explosive and so.
I mean, I'm not gonna say. I will say Odell is different, but Jarvis Landry is pretty goddamn close.
How old is Odell Beckham right now?
How old is Odell? I think he's 27.
Yeah. Oh shit, he got a good 20 more years. He good. Never mind. He got some years.
Odell is still young, and he had another surgery in the offseason, but he looks to be getting back up to speed. So I mean, I think we a playoff team this year.
Definitely.
I don't think,
Definitely, but with Cam in the way, Pat in the way, you got the Bills in the way.
But the AFC is gonna be tough. And we got the Steelers, we got the Steelers and the Baltimore in our own division that we have to worry about. So it's gonna be a tough uphill climb.
Making moves.
Yeah. We ain't worried about Miami. Miami trash. I ain't worried about no Florida team. That's why Florida, man, get out of here. No Florida team. The Dolphins, the Jaguars, even the Bucks. I don't think the Bucks gonna make the playoffs. People think that just because they get Tom Brady and they got Gronkowski that they just automatically gonna jump into the playoffs. But the NFC is really, really deep. The NFC is deep. I got the Saints winning that division, and then you go.
I got if depending on this Mozart situation, I got the Niners.
And then I got the Niners winning their division, but then right in their own division, the Niners got the Seahawks and the oh my God, it's escaping me right now. God dang.
Cardinals.
49ers NFC West. Yeah, Cardinals, 49ers, and I just said it, but Seattle. So just in that division. Then the NFC North, you got the Bears, Packers, which I think both of them teams can actually get into the playoffs. The Bears can squeak in there. I got the Packers. The Vikings is no team to be slept on. I think they can get in there. So the NFC is going to be tough. People just think Tom Brady is going to come to the NFC and take over. Like, nah, he is 40-some years old. He's not only that.
He never been hit by them boys like that on a regular basis.
Yes.
It's one thing coming out of the division every 3-4 weeks and playing an NFC team, but playing in there, playing all 16, 17 games in the NFC, taking them hits.
Yeah, it's tough. It's tough. Now,
you got to see Aaron Donald on a regular. You got you know what I'm saying?
Khalil Mack.
You got to see Khalil on a regular.
For sure. That's fact.
That's a real good point. I never even thought about it like that, but that's good ass.
And he never, ever played in the NFC like that. Ever.
Yeah, it's definitely gonna be
hard.
And really that's what I'm saying, like niggas want to talk shit about Jameis, when it's like, Jameis got thrown in the fire.
He got thrown in the fire, and he had different coordinators every year and different head coaches. Remember, he started out with Lovie Smith, and then he had the coordinator, and then he had Bruce Arians. So people forget this stuff, that it matters when you switching coordinators because you got to learn different systems, different terminology. The cadence is different. Red on this team may mean motion left. Red on the other team may mean motion right. So it's a lot of stuff that you have to deal with. Especially playing quarterback and dealing with different systems. But we got some serious stuff to talk about right now. We're going to mention the Naya Rivera. We talked about that yesterday. Her body was found. From the reports, the sheriff said that her 4-year-old son told her, appreciate you, that her 4-year-old son told them that his mommy got him out of the water, and then he turned around and she disappeared. I don't know. I don't want to say, and I see everybody in the comments. They saying, this woman is a hero. I'm not saying she isn't. I'm not saying she is. I'm just saying for me, the details of this sounds a little sketchy to me. That your 4-year-old, y'all were swimming. Y'all was swimming. She put him on the boat. He then didn't see his mama no more, so he went to lay down and go to sleep. And that's where he was found sleep on the boat with a life jacket, and she didn't have no life jacket. And 35-foot water. I don't know. Dano, what you think, man? We're not here to talk about conspiracies or whether we're right or whether we're wrong. I'm not saying that. That's why I didn't want to say she is a hero or she isn't. But do you feel that this is a little awkward?
I think this is really awkward. Obviously, the whole situation in itself is just weird. I'm really wondering how someone would even be away from their child on a boat, so much so for this to be able to happen. But then, who's to say she ain't trip and hit her head on something, fall off the boat? Who knows? But I am thankful that the little kid is okay. More
For
so
sure.
than anything.
For sure.
It is. It's just a real questionable thing. It makes you really wonder what.
And it's a sad situation, man. Somebody lost their life here. Now this boy got to grow without a mother. That's tough, man. No.
Questions will never be answered. That's hard.
I mean, when I first heard about it, what is it, about a week ago when it first happened at this point, I was like, that's when I was kind of distraught. Like, dang, like, how long was the baby on the boat by itself or herself? That kind of struck me the most, and it's like, really, what happened? Like, this is really one of those like cases where it's like, yo, like, you can't be having this happening on a regular, and and this is somebody who has fans. This is somebody who
you got a bunch of fans, bro. They done came out like in droves, bro. They is
like, you know what I'm saying? Like, they ain't like this is just some regular like person. I mean,
and I didn't realize her career went that far back, bro. I seen on the Shade Room, like they went through her whole career, and I'm like, damn, I didn't know she was in that. Damn, I didn't know she was in that. I was like, damn, she played in that too. Like, bro, she played in some high level, some real culture stuff. It's crazy, man.
Yeah,
makes you really think.
Then I heard, that Big Sean song that I don't fuck with you. I'm told that was a song for her. So because I seen a comment and somebody was like, Big Sean can never perform that song ever again now. Like, and I'm like, damn, I forgot he did used to go with her. Like, you know what I'm saying? They were a thing at one point.
It kind of feels like there's a bigger attack on black people than we're even realizing. Because did you hear what just happened to Nick Cannon too?
No, what happened?
One of the TV networks that he works for fired him and shit because of something he said. You know how he used to say the Israelite shit on his pages? They saw some of that, and just like what they did, exactly, just like what they did for the dude from the Eagles, number 10, they did the same thing to him, but they just released him from their shit. I wish I was looking for the screenshot because I took a screenshot earlier to send it to y'all.
Yeah, but in film, you know how that is in film. Like, they'll drop you quick in film because they can go get somebody else to do the same thing that you do because that's how it is.
That's really silencing real black people, and it's crazy if you think about it. Real black people with real black voices for the real black people, they're silencing them, and we don't see it. And I hate to say it, but there's something going on,
and there's more.
yeah, they can't see that whole thing on the back.
It's crazy, man, because I just man, like I say, I feel for going back to what we were talking about though. I just feel for her son, man, and now he's growing up without a mother, and you don't even know what happened. Now, this is from what his account was, what he told the sheriffs, that's where they get the conclusion that she threw him back on the boat and she got washed up by the current. Judging by what her 4-year-old son said, I'm gonna leave it there. R.I.P. to Naya Rivera.
He's gonna come back in the future and say a different story about his mom. What may have happened?
I don't know. He may be too young. I mean, he's 4 years old.
I don't know, but some things, no matter how old you are, if If they really fuck with your
No, I
head, they'll
feel it.
never go away.
No, I
So
feel
I
it.
don't
It's
know.
just that he just found sleeping on the boat with a life jacket on. Her life jacket wasn't on the boat. I mean, her life jacket was still on the boat, and I don't know, man. Anyways, bro,
Just,
Target and MTV has been blocking ads from news stories that mention Breonna Taylor and George Floyd. That was written by Aaron Boogie. You know, that was just two of the names mentioned. There were more companies involved as well, but Target and MTV both blocking ads that's mentioning Breonna Taylor and George Floyd. What you think about that, Nova?
I'm shocked. Target?
Target, yeah, bro.
And this is the same company who just say, yeah, go ahead and do, like, it's okay for the Black Lives Matter protest movement. Like,
Yes.
So I'm
they
kind of
said that?
like,
No.
I'm, why? Well, it's kind of not like,
And
why?
they say they are respecting. They said they are respecting the sensitivity of the issue, so that's why they're not deciding to run the ads on their through their network.
It's kind of too, not, I mean, but that's what this is about. Silence, black silence. Like, black people are again, like, yo, we need to, like, again, like, I'm gonna keep saying it. I'm gonna keep saying. Probably be saying it again a year from now. But like, yo, like, what are we really doing? Like, we need to like acquire black wealth and not have to rely on the platforms that we get paid to be on. You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
We need to create our own platforms. You know what I'm saying? Like Nick Cannon, for example, he was fired off for a show that he worked for, of course. Like, you know, like like there will be no way they'll be able to silence us if we're depending on these companies to spread the word. You know what I'm saying?
Most
But
definitely agree.
like, you know what I'm saying? Like, I feel like it's more than just support black business. I'm pretty sure everybody heard about that movement going around too. It's Facebook like groups going around everywhere in every city. You know what I'm saying? But I feel at this point, like it's past that. Like it has to be on some like you have to take a responsibility on yourself and your family to acquire wealth individually and be smart about investment and then redo it and then redo it again and then redo it. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like it doesn't
Mm-hmm.
stop. You can't just do it once. You can't just do it twice. You know what I'm saying? You gotta flip and then flip that again and then invest that. And then flip again and then flip again and then invest that. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
Like you have to do that individually and have the self discipline, you know what I'm
You
saying?
got to have that residual income from somewhere. Got to be coming from somewhere.
Period. And it's
Got
like
to be coming from somewhere.
they won't be able to do shit on paper because that's what it's about. You know what I'm saying? It's about it being in black and white. That's what we're fighting for. We're fighting for things to be written in black and white that we can do things or we can do things rather. You know what I'm saying? And if we have the money to, we wouldn't be worried about the little shit that we fighting over for real because we'll have the money to be in the end club.
For sure. For sure. Dano, you got something you want to add? I saw you
Man,
looking. Look, it
nobody,
looked like,
Nove's touching on everything today. To be real with you, he keeps saying everything I'm thinking. Then I just get stuck here, not much to say.
yeah,
Yeah,
hey,
that
he dropping them gems. He dropping them gems on God.
this your day today
So
because
I got
the
something
way
that you can't talk about then. I got something you can't talk about because you always you just mentioned this in a chat the other day talking about it. And I asked you what was your point? You did a TikTok video on it. And I'm like, yeah, I agree with the premise of what you're saying, but I don't really agree with what the whole message is. So an Alaskan airline had to stop. They had to drop the plane, get on the ground because somebody held everybody hostage saying that they was going to kill everybody and they said it in the name of Jesus. So obviously we hear this stuff. We hear in the name of Allah. We hear, but this is the first time I've heard anybody say they're gonna kill somebody in the name of Jesus. What you got for me, bro? What's going on,
all
dog?
right, basically to simplify all this, What he was referring to on my TikTok was a video where I break it down real quick, obviously in 15 seconds, how Jesus and all these people, religious figures, are actually the same person, which is Ptolemy. But that's a whole nother thing. But realistically, religion is not God. Religion is not God Himself. I understand it's a way to connect with Him, and I believe in that. I believe I would have never found God if I wasn't once all the religions that I tried to be. But I feel like religion does make people self-righteous and feel like they're superior to other people, just as race does for some things. So I feel like religion is just the future racism, because in the future there ain't gonna be racism because everybody mixed, but there will still be religion and people saying I'm better than you because I believe in the white Jesus, or someone saying I'm better than you because I believe in the blue lady with 8 arms. I'm better than you, and everybody's gonna be thing when at the end of the day all that matters is that we are one with whoever you say God is. There's one God. I personally believe. Some people can believe there's multiple gods, but break it down. There's one God. He made that shit be good and everything good.
He
God
made
is
that shit.
God is good. Take away a O.
This boy
The
say he
devil
made that shit.
is
That boy
evil
stupid.
with a D in front. And it's really that simple. And everybody overcomplicates this. Being good is godly. You take a O off of good, it's God. You add a D to the beginning of evil, it's the devil. It's really that simple. It's really
Hey,
that simple.
that's that other stuff in you, huh? I got you though. No, what you? My boy out here killing people, saying he threatening people in the name of Jesus, man. So since he already asked that question, I'm gonna ask you this, so we can go ahead and get on this topic. You know what I'm saying? Stop playing with it. Do you believe in the Bible? I'm gonna say the Bible.
Okay.
I know your answer from there. Do you believe in the Bible?
Elaborate on your answer. Elaborate. Open it up as much as you can, bro. Please.
What I will say is,
There's no right or wrong here. Ain't no right or wrong. Ain't nobody gonna crucify you.
I don't study the Bible or anything. I wouldn't say I believe in it necessarily, but I do believe in it in the sense that the stories are real for healing, and it was written by somebody. Whether it was like, you know how words get passed, and by the time it gets to the 10th person, it's a totally different story. So I believe very much so that's what happened here. So that's why I don't.
Can you do something for me?
Go ahead.
Next time we go on, look up these people.
For sure.
They the same people. It's just putting a different name on it.
Absolutely. I like yeah. I mean, I pretty much knew half of that already. I didn't know the full, like, now, like it's pretty clear to me. You know what I'm saying? But
me and Daniel had these all the time. That's why I kicked it to him first, because that's what he was talking about. Like, Jesus is not a real person. It's something that was made up for this.
I totally agree. The Bible is a good way to give hyperboles and examples of life to where you can connect it to yourself. So some wise man once upon a time was able to write stories that help people understand what good and bad is for those who don't understand it. But realistically, we all know good and bad from when we're children. Even before we're taught, I feel like we know it. It's a natural thing, and that's where God is in us. I personally believe, this is just my personal belief, heaven is what we create in our mind as we go along. Just like if we do a lot of unrighteous things, we tend to have nightmares and shit. I feel like we kind of get stuck in a dream. And if we teach ourselves of this heaven, that is something that we create in ourselves. We create that reality. So when we die, we may go to heaven. But if we go around especially in this life, we're taught hell is real. So if we go along life being bad, we're already putting it in our head.
We're taught because the people that's teaching it don't know what they're talking about, because the people that's teaching it, they don't actually read. They don't read it for themselves anyways, which is the reason why a lot of the stuff still happen in today's church, like tithing. You know, there's nowhere in the Bible where it tells you that you're supposed to give 10% of your money. If you read in Deuteronomy, Leviticus, it actually tells you, how you supposed to tithe. The whole Old Testament, right? So this is where it kills me, where people that go to church will say, oh, we don't believe in the Old Testament, but they still go to church and tithe. And I'm like, how can you say the Old Testament you don't believe in, but you're doing something that was created in the Old Testament? That's because they don't read.
And that's what I was going to hit on. So what I was going to say was the Bible, right? So it's like what I believe, like I said, in the same breath, like I do believe it was intended to heal. I do believe it was created to monetize. Like that's what the English do. That's what the old English that came to America and took over the Europeans, like where they did everywhere else in the world. Like they just find a way to capitalize and just basically con. Like, you know what I'm saying? They con people. So that's why I don't believe in Christianity so much. Now it's so funny.
Which is the reason why I asked you, do you believe in the Bible? Because I tell people that all the time. Christianity is not found in the Bible. So when people say Christianity, that's something that was made up, because a lot of stuff in the Bible,
the word Christian, the word Christian was only created. It actually means ignorant person. If people look up what Cretin is, Credin, and if you look up the word, it even tells you that's where the word Christian was derived from, and it means an ignorant person. But to go deeper than that, to think about how the Bible is real, we can think about stories that we learn in life, i.e., the boy who cried wolf. When we think about that story, we know in itself it not to be true, but we can learn a lesson from that. And that's kind of what the Bible in itself is written with, is stories, i.e., like that teaches us.
I disagree. I disagree, because when you read the Bible is nothing more than just history. Just like anybody can go look at any history book and they can find their history. The Bible is it is Black history, but people don't realize that, because we're taught from a young age that, oh man,
originally, I would say originally it was based on the true
but it's
history.
not. When you read the Bible and you go look at pictures, like, people don't realize. I say this all the time. That's what these names are up here for. People don't realize, because especially these people right here, they never hold on right there. Where my hand is at. They never say that they're Black. Now, do you
ever?
Hell, we from the same people. These people who don't think that they're Black come from the same people. These people, when you think about the Aztecs and the Mayans, when you realize who these people are, in New Mexico, there's a sign of the 10 Commandments written in Hebrew. Now, we know the first people that was over here on this side of the world in New Mexico and Mexico were the Mexicans. So how does you get Hebrew text all the way in New Mexico? We the same.
See, but how it got mixed down, bro. This is the problem.
Go ahead.
This is what I'm saying. Originally, I do feel like it was written by our people. It was, but I feel like in time it has been, as we all know, there has been new versions made, and no matter how little the change, no matter how much
versions. No, hold on. When Jordan made them new Jordan 11s, does it matter that other people came and made fakes after that? Because we know what
this is the problem, though. So this is where
other versions of it. It doesn't matter that other versions.
This is where it doesn't say the same thing. But it doesn't say the same thing. The problem is it doesn't say the same thing, and it was adapted.
When you go by, hold on, let me kick it a note real quick. When you go by, because I know you a sneaker guy, when you go buy shoes, doesn't matter that other people made fakes, as long as you know you got the real one. Like, it doesn't matter at that point if I went to the Nike outlet, or if I went to Foot Action or Champs or Foot Locker and I know I got the real one, it doesn't matter that other versions was made from this, because we know there's an original somewhere, right?
Absolutely.
No, and I agree, and that's what I'm saying. But the problem is the version that a lot of people correlate to now is which version?
The King James is the original. Which
was written and revised by an old racist Mason, not the new Masonry that's going on now, but back in Mason.
That's false.
King James wasn't a Mason, bro.
That's false.
King James wasn't a Mason.
I'm talking about what you said, that it was rewritten by another Mason. That's That's
no. King James is the Mason, bro. King James was a Mason himself. The dude who wrote
not a Mason. He was,
bro.
How can you outlive, or how can you be before something that you even joined?
What are you talking about?
Black man, and masonry wasn't allowed. You wasn't allowed to practice that before a certain time. I know this. We're not gonna go there. We're not gonna go too deep in that. But trust me, I know this. There was no way you were black and you petitioned the Grand Lodge, because there was only one Grand Lodge, which was the Grand Lodge of England, which are white people, which black people were not allowed, which is the reason why Prince Hall Freemasonry became a thing. There's a such thing as 3-letter and 4-letter Masonry, which is ancient free and accepted Masons, 4-letter, and free and accepted 3-letter Masons. So don't give me he was a Mason, because how when he wasn't even alive then. Like you, so don't that you got to stick with facts here, Mr. Conspiracy Man.
Bro. I'll show you. The king who authorized the King James version of the Holy Bible was a Freemason. King James bro, I don't know how to say, and that's where I feel stupid. Numerical shit. Okay, King James, whatever, of Scotland, 1567 to 1625.
He wasn't white. What are you talking about? King James was a black man. What are you talking about?
Who wrote the Bible, bro? Who wrote the Bible? The King. Okay, I'll read this.
No,
I'll read this out. I'll read this out. This is from the Freemason fucking website, a Freemason website itself. But okay, the king who authorized the King
Freemason website. We all know that ain't true.
Let me finish saying it then, bro. The king who authorized the King James version of the Holy Bible was a Freemason. King James, blah blah, of Scotland, 1567 through 1625, also known as King James I of England and Ireland, 1603 through 1625, widely known and remembered for commissioning the King James Bible, or authorized version of the Holy Bible, was a Freemason. The oldest existing record of Lodge Scone and Perth number 3 in Perth, Scotland, called the Mutual Agreement of December 24th, 1658, reveals that James was entered apprentice Freemason and fellow craft Freemason April 15th, 1601. Records show that James appointed William Shaw, and this goes all into.
No, but you're telling me wrong information. You just making yourself look crazy on camera right now. You're telling me wrong information, because you're not talking about the right. You're not talking about the right King James. You're talking about a white man. That's why you're talking about being able to petition a Grand Lodge of in 1600. What color is that man right there, Nova? Please tell me. That's not who authorized the Bible.
That's who rewrote the Bible that people look at now. This is who wrote the King James version.
Nobody wrote the King James. The King James is a translation of Hebrew text. It's a translation of Hebrew text, not a writing of Hebrew text. It's a translation.
Now, who translated is not the person who interprets that. Now, who translated is not.
That's the original. The King James 1611 Bible with the Apocrypha.
We've learned that the translations weren't even correct, bro, for the Bible. Okay.
No, we didn't learn. We didn't learn, because you're trying to tell me a white man did it, and he didn't.
That's exactly what the problem is. That's what I'm saying. It was originally wrote by black people. It was rewritten by white people, bro. And that's the truth.
It was not rewritten. It's not rewritten. It's a translation.
Why is the Old Testament and the New Testament different?
It's what you mean is different. It's not different. If you read the Old Testament and you read the New Testament, you will see that nothing is different, because when you look in the New Testament, this character that you say ain't real, he said, how can you believe my words but not believe Moses' word, which is in the Torah? That's the whole fucking first 4 books of the Bible, bro. And if you keep reading in Isaiah and Jeremiah and Lamentations, you can see it's the same stuff being recycled in the New Testament. But that's what people that don't read that to say, oh, why is it broken down? Because you haven't read it.
You're right. Some things are in there. The hyperboles, the stories are still in there, but it's still rewritten, bro, in a way to have control. Okay, bro. Okay.
Let's move on, man.
There's a reason that one of the Bibles teaches that it's okay to be a slave and the other one doesn't. There's a reason of that, bro. And it's a clear indication that it doesn't have the same image, bro.
The original Bible, which is the 1611 King James Bible, what you're talking about, you don't know what you're talking about. So the NIV, all of these other ones, those are rewritten texts. Those aren't translations. They're rewritten texts because they aren't original. That's why I bring up the example of, if I go buy some real Jordans, doesn't matter that anybody duplicate the real ones.
Why does it matter if most of the people never went and got the real Jordans? Who even knows what the real Jordans are at that point?
A lot of people.
Bro, if everybody has only seen Jordans, bro, if everybody has only seen fake Jordans, bro, that is what the real Jordans has become. If people have,
you would have to say that you would have to prove that everybody's seen that nobody's seen real ones.
Bro, okay, that's true. That's true.
Thank you. I'm like, all right.
You think most people, okay, in an honest conversation, you think most people have seen the Bible that has been before it was the translated? You think anyone has went and looked up other versions of the Bible, or
original Hebrew? There's plenty of original Hebrew text Bibles. Yes, they are.
That's not what I'm asking. I said, do you think the normal person gets that Bible?
No, but it doesn't matter about the normal person. There's plenty of people that know this information, though. There's plenty of people that know this information.
That goes beyond. That goes right back to what I said about the fake Jordans. If everybody only saw the fake Jordans, bro, the fake Jordans. You would have
to say that nobody ever seen the real one in order to make that statement.
If everybody had fake Air Force Ones and the Nike sign was the right side that we always see it. But then there's that one guy with the Nike sign that's upside down, but he has the real ones. Only he knows he has the real ones. The ones with the right side up Nike, those are the real ones to society.
But that's say that nobody else knows that, though.
That's what I'm saying. In a popular opinion, when people go into a Christian church, they're getting this Bible.
Realize what you're saying right now.
Thank you, bro.
That's a marketing scheme. That's exactly what they did. You know what I'm saying? Like, and
that's what I'm explaining.
My point, just with all that being said, I believe the Bible was used to just be like marketable. You know what I'm saying? There's always and still making money. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So with that being said, like I really feel as if the white man, the jealous man, wrote this. Because the gods back then.
But he didn't write it though. He didn't write it. That's not. He didn't write it.
Well, I'm sorry.
Bro, we have to go. We should look it up, bro.
You have to.
I'm sorry. My bad. Let me correct myself. That rewrote the Bible,
which is the other version of the Bible. Because when you read the original, you go back and look at these people. Everything lines up.
Right. That's not what I'm saying. The version that we all know is the version that the white man wrote. Like, to this day, like
that's the version we all know. Because bro,
that's all. I
agree with that.
Okay, so let me ask you this, bro.
To the masses, what I will say, the masses, most of them are Catholic.
I would say, and the only reason why I say I disagree is because a lot of the stuff that people say in the Bible. That stuff isn't in the Bible. Like
I agree.
Like the stuff. I agree. Like so that's what I'm saying. We didn't get the version that people say we got because the stuff that's
the problem, bro. Not only is the only Bible people are receptive to the white man's Bible, and I will stick to saying the white man's Bible, but people don't even get the knowledge of what's in that motherfucker.
In the Baptist community, it's well known that there's two Bibles and there's two Bible versions. You better have the King James version. Like he's saying,
the King James is the original Bible. When you look at the original King James Bible, has the apocrypha in it.
I'm disagreeing with you,
and I'll agree that you probably have more knowledge about this than me. I'll be honest.
Catholic school
because of Reeves that obviously.
The Catholic school, like you know what I'm saying. Like, that is not the Bible.
No, my wife is Mexican, so I know all about. I know what you're saying.
You know what I'm saying? So, like, what I will say, the Bible that is known to the masses of men, like, not to the people who care about what's what, but the people who just go to church because, you know what I'm saying? That's the version that they have. So I'm saying what that information is used to manipulate. You know what I'm saying?
Exactly. I agree 100%.
I
And
get,
that's
but that's only for me. That's only for people that haven't read it. So yes, I can always trick you.
go to what you just said, bro.
Hold on. I can trick you if you've never read it, right? If I bring this book right here and I start to control you, right? You've never read this book, and I start telling you, oh, this is what you have to do. This is what you have to. If you never read it, you're gonna do that stuff. But once you read it, you see the stuff that they're saying isn't in the book. It's not in the book. So to say that, well, it's a white man book, I disagree, because when you see people or you hear about people that live like the people when they first got here, that's why every time you see a Native American or Indian picture from the old days, they got on what? Fringes. Well, when you read the Bible, it talks about your people used to wear fringes. You know, when the whole thing about today, men supposed to have a beard. Well, guess where it says that at, folks? It says it in the Bible. It says a man should have a beard. When you go look at the bathroom door sign from like at any restaurant, it got a man wearing pants and they got a woman wearing what? A dress. Well, guess where it says that at? So to say that is white man. No, I don't believe that, because when the white man was around, they women used to wear pants. Our women used to wear dresses. Well, that's what it says in there. So how can it be? How, like, where's the connection to the white man? I don't see it nowhere in there. I don't see it.
This is where I make the connection of the white man, because one book teaches that you have to be okay with slavery, and one book teaches that we're equal until you do wrong. And that's the difference.
But what does that have to do with the original? What does that have to do with the original? Because that's what I'm asking. I don't care about the fakes. I'm talking about what that got to do with the original book.
No, I'm just saying what the difference is. That's why I know there's two.
But that point,
and this is where it goes into the original. But the problem with the original is who's really people. Let's go into what you just said. People aren't even reading the book, right?
Okay.
Correct. So not only if they're already not reading the book, that also means they're not going to take the step to go look for what is the real Bible to look for. What is the real information?
Or laziness doesn't excuse you though.
But I'm telling what the truth is on a broad span of things.
Yeah,
that's what's happening.
I know the truth though. I know the truth. I know people ain't reading it. I said it myself. So I mean, what's your point according to what I'm talking about? Because you said it's a white man's book, and I'm like, and I don't get the correlation.
I'm saying there is a white man's book, and there is one for, well, I won't even say everybody, but for
everybody. It ain't for everybody.
That's what I'm saying. That's what I was saying. There's a white man's version, and there's the real version. That's literally was my only point. It wasn't even going against what you said, because I do believe there's a book that has truth in, but that's not what people are looking for.
True already.
And then when you look at that book. And then also, I don't like to call, and it goes back to what I said earlier. I don't like to fall into religion, because a lot of people in religion, it's just,
we've had this conversation before.
No, but hear me out. Why I don't like to say I'm anything religious? Because say you're a Christian or something. Most Christian people just go to church and listen to the preacher say what he's saying, even though it'll say the words on the wall. People don't even be reading it. They just be looking at him and paying attention to whatever he says and how he reflects that. That's why I can't get into that type of religion. But I do, like I said, I believe in God. I believe in a greater power and things of that nature. But I don't believe in getting played by
I wouldn't agree, and I will say that is because I wouldn't agree on the fact that I believe in God necessarily. I believe in the universe. So what I mean by that is, it's like, I believe the first book, like he was saying, King James Version, in my opinion, I believe it was used to cultivate. The second versions, all the fakes were used to cultivate, not only cultivate, but to manipulate. And for those two reasons, for both books, I don't believe in none of this shit. I believe, like I said,
I can see where the disconnect come from.
I believe that the first version was solely used to inspire and motivate, and like people are just very creative in telling stories, right? So I just feel like, the original gods, which are still are today, which are still the statues, all the statues you see are black people. I don't care what you say. It's like, you might see some.
No, that's facts. That's facts.
Like all the great people that everybody has amazing stories about are black. You know what I'm saying? Still to this day.
More facts. More facts.
And I feel like right now, like yo, we are the gods. Like people, like people of color are gods. Like you know what I'm saying? And what I will say is everybody but us believes this shit. You know what I'm saying? Like I was really looking like just to hint on what we talked about earlier and the Cam Newton and OBJ and all that. Cam Newton had to explain that when he said he was depressed and fell down to OBJ, like he was telling him like, yo, bro, like in the workout, like when like the one that he had earlier a couple weeks ago, they had posted and they were working out.
Right before he got signed.
Right. Exactly. Exactly. So he was telling him like, bro, like you don't see who you are, like you don't see your energy, like what you bring to the table, like the God that you are. You know what I'm saying? And this is to him in his eyes, he think that that's another God telling him that he's a God. You know what I'm saying? Like these are conversations that are happening live in front of our eyes, but we not seeing it for what it is because we're not talking like that. It's a little more hip. So
I like how you coming from this, because that's how I like to look at it too. A lot of people like to look at the world like God is an outward thing, like it's everything outward. But God can also be a inward towards outward thing. He can come from inside you, because it is taught that God is everywhere. So we can realistically let him out of us if we do good, if we do good things. A lot of people are, that's why religion is bad. People in religion are waiting for someone else to do godly things. They're waiting for someone else to do something. But if you have that inward God thrust, if you are a God, you are going to change the world. And I feel like that's a real important way for our people to think right now. And that'll change the world, to be honest. People understand that God just ain't out there. He's also inside of us. And that means he is us. And that's some real shit.
And we should most definitely continue this conversation. We got to continue this conversation. We should bring this back next Tuesday for our Storytime Tuesday, so we can have a Storytime Tuesday on religion. Is religion good or bad for our people? I think that's going to be the next title of our little Storytime Tuesday. Is religion good or bad for our people? Don't forget though, today or next week this upcoming week on Friday, we're gonna be right back at it. Friday and Sunday again, we're gonna be at it live on Facebook and Twitch. Don't want to miss our Tuesday shows. Are just gonna be something chill, something relaxed. That's why we called it Storytime Tuesday. We did not get to anything Nova Star today or Daniel Clown that he found. So I'm not gonna put the boys on the spot because I wasn't prepared myself. So this time y'all gonna get a pass.
You hear that shit, bro?
Y'all gonna get a pass this time because I didn't do my homework. That's my fault. But next on Friday, I believe we will be talking about Black Lives Matter. So y'all might well go ahead, get ready for that. I seen y'all put that in the chat. I got a good Black Lives Matter quote for y'all that we're gonna read next time on Dano the Don. Got any words before we get out of here?
Man, you already know what it is. It's the same thing another day, but every day we must progress. We must get better. We must show ourselves and everyone around us the power we have inside of us, that God we have inside of us. We have to show people that although sometimes things is hard as hell, with God and ourselves, the God in ourselves, we can get through it all, man. We all been through some things, and we can get through the next thing. We just got to stick together, you feel me? Y'all thought everybody stay strong. Don't let any moment make you in the future. Shit. That's about it.
You already know. It's another week in the book. And I just want to let y'all know, man. Stay inspired, stay motivated, stay living. Any given Sunday, good to see you. You know what I'm saying? Take it as you will. See y'all in a couple days. Be good.
Y'all already know what time it is, man. Y'all know the vibes. Unpopular Opinion Podcast. Dano the Don on iTunes. Red November on iTunes. Any given Sunday, August 1st. Y'all make sure to go run that. Y'all go run that up. Follow all our social medias. They will be posted in the link. Dano's IG, Nova's IG, podcast links, Facebook, Instagram, Anchor. Y'all go run that up, man. We appreciate all this.
Bitch. Everything.
Y'all go run that up, man. It's the Unpopular Opinion Podcast, man. Appreciate all the support.
Yes, sir.